good. Let's see here, Jordan. Of course. Alright, let me set this up real quick. Why would it be that easy? It's never that easy. Let's see if we're good to go now. Sick. Okay, cool. We're good to go now. What's good, everybody? Sorry, I'm just setting up a little bit. Trying to get the picture we're trying to draw today. And I'm almost there. Sweet. Talking about this picture right here. Hurry up, dance monkey. Oh man, that's the way I love to start my streams. What's up, Speed Infusion? Man, shout out my wife, man. She got me this iPad over the weekend, man. It's a great gift. And so I wanted to kind of test it out. I know some of you guys saw that post probably on my IG, but today I get to actually use it. Let's get a couple of, I need to get a case for it still. Kind of nervous about that. I already dinged it, man. God, I hate when that happens. It's like getting a car and getting your first dent. It kind of sucks, right? All right. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Webb's Custom Kicks. What's good, homie? Speed Infusion, what's good? Superman Lover in the building, what's good? Yo, yo, yo. Back in the barbecue again, Dilab, let's do it. So, man, sorry for not being able to stream this weekend, guys. I'm really into this piece that I'm working on here, but it was my 10-year anniversary, so we got a chance to kind of just go out and relax a little bit and not work for once. I always feel like I'm working. I feel productive, though, you know, at the same time, but I always feel like I'm working. I need to figure out how to, but got a chance to go out and just relax. So shout out to my wife for giving me this as a gift. It's an amazing gift. I just want to shout you guys out too, because believe it or not, she overheard the conversation of us talking about iPads and Procreate and, you know, just taking our custom game to that next level. And so she got me this to kind of help me out as a tool. And so hopefully I could learn this and then we can learn it together. I know some of you guys were talking about you're already using an iPad and Procreate, so that's incredible. You guys have an edge up on us here. But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts if you would like to, you know, maybe do some kind of a tutorial or figure out how to work this. Oh man, I got so many notifications, y'all. Let me see if I could take the notifications off here. Otherwise, it's going to keep going forever. Oh my Lord. Messages, messages, messages. So I promised to you guys when I'm getting messages and stuff, it's not. I try my best to respond back as soon as possible. Alright, let's try to go in again. There we go. Cool. Outcast, what's good, homie? I'm just trying to get a nice little setup here. I don't want it to slip, so hopefully it doesn't slip. And let's get to going. Such a like an intricate piece here, and of course, I always think something's going to be easier than it should be, and then I actually do it, and then I'm like, dang, I should not have done this, but it's okay. I'm trying to get a piece done at a time. It takes a lot of development, you know, just doing a leg and getting things right. So so today I'm going to let you guys know right now. Webbs, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is not going to be finished today. This is just, I said, you know what, let me try to go live and just chill and get back into the groove of things. I love the conversations you guys have, you know, as I'm painting. Sometimes I'll look up and I'll say, man, these guys are talking about the most random stuff, but it's so funny to hear what you guys are talking about when I look up. So the funniest conversation was you guys were talking about pizza, because I was over here like detail working. So anyways, let me jump into it. I'm just using a Micron Pigma. Let's see if I could show you guys that real quick. A little detail pen. It's like one of my favorite little pieces that I can use to get detail work done as quickly as possible. Alongside with that, I've got some different paints. I'm using a bunch of different grays. I got Angelus Mist, dark gray. What else we got here? White cement, and then light gray. So different kind of grays to blend the crowd in. So let me show you guys where we're at here. Last time I left you guys, I think I was still detailing out this dude right here. We've now determined that's Antoine Carr. If anyone has a confirmation on that, I'd love to hear that's actually Antoine Carr. And then we've got Russell right here on the other side. As I'm finishing up the main piece and Jordan obviously elevating for the shot, I'm now starting to jump into going from the inner part of this side out. And so we're starting to spread through. And we're getting into smaller detailing. For example, like this dude's, his t-shirt was funny. It says, if it ain't over till the fat lady sings. So like we're getting that detailed down to reading the crowd's shirts or expressions and jumping to that level of detail, all right? So with that said, I'm going to start jumping into this real quick. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. How's your guys' weekend, and what are you guys working on? I haven't heard... I know you guys all have some new projects. I know Webbs, you just hit me with a new project. Tell me a little bit about that. Who is it for? Hopefully they weren't a hard client. All right. So I just got to set this setting here so it doesn't keep turning off on me. That could be a little irritating when you're going back and forth. All right. Just give me a quick sec, guys. All right, so the battery's good. Found it. Let's go. All right, so let me jump into, I'm trying to get this at an angle where I could see it, and hopefully you guys could see what I'm doing at the same time. All right, so who are we going at? So kind of jumping over in this section here as much as I can. And I'm just like looking past different things, like for example, like I'm looking at the rim. Behind the rim there's two people. Looks like a lady's holding her cup, and then the dude next to her is cheering or yelling. So just kind of looking for facial expressions that I could kind of fit in here. We're looking about right in this section. I'm looking for the shadows and darker spots that should be highlighted and detailed. Doesn't need to be like perfect, but I want to get it to be somewhere close. I'm looking for dark spots. For example, her shirt, I could see that it's black, so it's like an easy, okay, let's just shade it in and get as much of that done as possible, so then you can cut down the lights and the darks. You'll start to determine things a lot easier then. Alright, next dude next to him. A little zigzag in here. Some of the things I'm drawing, I can't even really see them. I just want to try to get that same shape. And again, you don't have to get this detailed with it. But it's nice to kind of have that same expression on people's faces. And right now I'm just kind of getting where the characters are. Then after I get them kind of located, my next step's going to be to use actual paint. And we're going to start shading in characters' faces a little bit more, detailing in that kind of respect. So this dude is all black t-shirt with polka dots in it, so I'm just going to paint that. I'll skip over him. Get into this dude here. So you can imagine how long filling areas like this can take. Especially when you're trying to get like the exact location of people and you're freestyling them. And eventually got to cut this off because there's so much detail work that you're going to get into doing the other side as well, you know. So when it's all said and done, both sides should have a little piece of the crowd and what's happening. So we've got a whole other shoe to go. Because of that, I gotta, like, you know, we gotta budget the time. And that can get very daunting because sometimes when you get really detailed into one side of the shoe, then you got to do the equivalent on the other shoe as well, you know. So let me take a quick break. Let me know what you guys think so far. Alright, so let me just run through the comments real quick. I haven't had a chance to even look. Now I'm jumped on to multi-stream, so I've got comments from YouTube, from Twitch, from Facebook. What's good to everybody? Pizza for life, Die Lab. What's good, Carls? That fade is looking buttery. I appreciate it, man. It's funny because I didn't even really mean to fade it in the middle. I just kind of was shooting the band red on this side, and it just kind of whisked into like that perfect blend, and I was like, oh, dope. If I want to keep it like that, it's a nice transition. So thank you for that. Thank you for noticing that. A lot of people don't even think about, little stuff like detail like that. So how's your machine going, by the way? I know you're having some issues with it, so hopefully, Carl's, you figured that out. Outcast, what's good, homie? Sincere, how you doing? It's taking time, man. It's gonna take some time, but it's gonna be a memorable piece for me, just because it's a Jordan piece, and I think this is like my first actual Jordan piece that I've really done. So it's got to come out right. I mean, lack of better words, it got to come out right. Let's see. I posted my Union-inspired customs in the Discord. I'll definitely check that out. I haven't had a chance because, like I said, I was just out this weekend. I know I need a tablet stand for sure, man. I just got the thing this weekend, bro. Just relax. Speed Infusion. What else we got? Webb's Custom Kicks. By the way, guys, Speed Infusion's the admin in the group. So, if you hear me joking around, it's just that dude that tries to bully me. I got to always bully him back. Working with glitter lights is very interesting to work with. So let me know your experience with that, the Dye Lab. I haven't worked with it personally myself, so I'm gonna detox. Oh man, I think everybody is about to be on a detox right now. Webbs, everyone's gained a little bit of weight being indoors, so I feel you on that. I'm actually gonna go on a diet myself, man. Got some Sean Weatherspoons in the house. The Pumas, nice. Make sure you tag me on that, Outcast. Alright, y'all, I'm going to just jump back into the detailing this. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. And again, guys, I'm not expecting to finish this whole heel cup like anytime soon. This is just like showing you guys the transition and, working live on it, how long it does take. It is time consuming, but it does pay off a lot, if you can get everything done correctly. So let's see. So we are at, let's start filling in a little bit of the backboard here, because there's a lot to fill in behind there, and it's like an open panel, so I haven't really done anything here. I could see there's a bar right about, I'm gonna start about like right there. I like to get this on the first shot if possible. Bar is just veering straight up. Somewhere around there. Any of you guys have guess on how many hours it's going to take to finish this up? Last time somebody said maybe about 25 hours. My back said 25 hours. Sounds very tough. Alright, let's start working on the inside here. Got a little NBA logo on the side, right in front of Mike's. So we're looking like right about right here. Gizmo, thank you so much for following. I know somebody else had commented earlier. What happened here? Dang, I can't see the chat, yo. Sorry guys, I gotta open this chat up a little bit. 3 hours ago, Solid subscribed. Gizmo just followed. Shout out Gizmo, thank you, man. Alright, so I gotta see a little NBA logo. I'm gonna try to freehand that out real quick. It does help when you've painted little logos before. Just trying to get somewhere close. It's going all the
to his wrist there. That means this logo's got to be off a little bit. It gets so confusing looking at little areas sometimes, so where's that black at? Let's put in a little bit of black. Any spot that's like I could see it's definitely black, better to just bring in a pen, fill it in. Cool. Let's see where else. So right behind this bar, this lady's hair is black. It's over right in this area. Try to be like real careful in the thread area, just because it can catch a lot of ink. It can bleed. Alright, now we got the rim to go. Backboards, square here. How many basketball courts I've been on, who could imagine? Basketball is life. Cuts through. And then right in the middle is the back of the rim. So let's just figure out where this rim's at. The rim starts about right here and then cuts, man, it cuts through like right through these thread pieces. So you got to be real careful when you try to add there. It's a bumpy road. For lack of better words, you just gotta take your time and fill it in. There you go. If I go over or under, we could always paint it, so it's not a big deal. But I like to see where I'm at there. And then inside of here, you can see the bits of black. Man, it takes so much time just to see little stuff like that. I think I need to still fix little spots there, but yeah, I think I'm going to take a quick look at the comments, make sure you guys are doing okay. I've got so much little intricate detail work that I got to work on here that a lot of it's going to have to be done off camera, but I just want to show you guys an idea of how long this could take. Drawing this guy's little Levi's in. shadowing even takes so bit of time. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be super quiet here. I'm just like really focusing on what spots need color and trying to avoid messing that up. It just takes a lot of looking back and forth at the actual picture and then trying to transpose that onto the actual shoe. It's funny to see each person's movement in the crowd and how they're trying to get a good look at this last shot. I'm trying to see what this is. Oh, was that? Oh, you know what this was? This was a Nice Kicks logo. Somebody put a Nice Kicks logo like in the middle of this, but that wasn't actually not the picture. So I noticed that. So let me pull that out. Got another lady there actually. That's crazy. They had her photoshopped out. Okay, I'm gonna have to let that dry for a little bit. Bring some balance to that net. I gotta get at the shoes. As I'm freestyling these legs, I'm really trying to get an accurate depiction of exactly where shoes are at. I mean, I don't want to go past the boundary. I want to try to get right at where it's at. And usually I'll cut it short on purpose, because now we could add on to it later. But if you get it messed up, and say for example you got his foot here and you're painting his foot over here, you're gonna have to erase all that, and it's a mess. I like to just try to get it on the first try. The thing is, it takes patience. Sometimes I don't even I don't even have the patience. I think he's wearing infrareds in this. Can anybody confirm that? I see a red bottom on it. Actually, maybe those are 14s? Those gotta be like 14s. Hard to see. Alright, now we got his band. So this sock already looked bad. It's okay, you know it's about there. Then from there, about here is where looks like his knee brace is going to be. About there. Alright, well let's test it out. Let's see. I'm going to mix a little bit of paint so we can get the rest of his body in there. What we do need to do is add a little bit of Too Hard, because we're painting the bottom sole. Now normally I don't like to paint the actual bottom sole, but if it's just a little piece, you can probably get away with it. You know, obviously you don't want them kicking the back of their heel to take their shoes off and stuff. But yeah, I think just for this little piece, it could do it. So let me jump into mixing some paint for that, and hopefully I could find like the right colors. I mean, if not, at least we could start painting a base. And again, I want to see progress. I just want to see myself actually moving, you know, throughout the custom. Otherwise, if I don't move, then I start to feel like, oh, I'm never going to finish this up. So it takes a bit of discipline to keep going. Alright, so I got this, I got this. We got all kind of browns. I think we need some browns to get Michael's tone to be a little bit closer anyways. Let's take these off. Cool. Took those off. Alright, let me check the comments real quick. Let's see how you guys are doing. Let's see how you guys are doing. Shout out everybody who's here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry man, I get so, you know, like focused on the shoe, I forget to check the comments sometimes. I hope you guys are enjoying the tutorial so far. Again, I'm painting Jordan shooting over, is it Byron Russell or Brian Russell? I always get this confused now. Either way, he's hitting the shot, and this is an homage to Jordan. So I'm taking a lot of time to get this one done because I don't want to mess this up. So let me check the comments real quick. Again, shout out everybody who's here. I know it's a little late today, so thank you guys for jumping on. I got so many comments, man. I'm so overwhelmed. The client is cool. Okay, I remember we were talking about your client Webs. Cool. That's awesome. And that was her logo for her clothing line. That's awesome as well. I like small business supporting small business, right? Polaron, what's good? How you doing? Webb's Customs, you always have work to do. I know that. Legacy, what's good? That's looking awesome. I appreciate it, man. I'm working there. I'm getting to that point. Michael Adams, what's good in the building? He's on YouTube. 55 pounds overweight. Oh man, you know the thing is I think that this it has its minuses too, and I think that sometimes you're so into doing the jobs, the customs over and over and over, you lose sight of your health. So I can absolutely understand how you've gone overweight. I think a lot of us have. So I would say don't feel guilty about it. Just we got to make a change. So you know, this week I'm starting myself, man. 16 hours is your guess, Gizmo? I think that's a good guess, man. I have no idea. I never time this kind of stuff because I just want to make sure it's right when it's done. But 16 hours is, I think, a great guess. If this is live, clap your hands. Flight School Customs in the building. What's good? How you doing, homie? Jaden Drake, what's good? Your channel, and I've looked at your videos. You're so talented. Oh, man, that's much love, man. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm just doing what I can, man, to survive, and I'm surviving doing something I love. So I think that gives a lot of incentive for me to keep going. So thank you again. Tony Beatbox, thank you. Appreciate it. 11:10 in Washington, D.C. Hey, man, that's, I don't know, that's kind of like me waking up from a nap. Sometimes I work till 4 or 5 in the morning. So 11:10's good, man. I'm happy you're with me either way. Coming out so fire. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Flight School. Sincere, I hate. Oh, by the way, Flight School, everything's good with your pattern, right? Just I want to make sure and double check with you. Shout out the Patreon family in here. Webb's Custom Kicks, Flight School. Who else is here from the Patreon channel, guys? Please shout yourself. Let me know. Let me get a hashtag Patreon fam. Sincere, I think you're out of here, huh? It's all good, man. Have a good night. Alright, I think I caught up to the comments. Oh man, the comments keep going. No. I mean, yes. Yes. Nah, I love your guys' comments, but I want to get back into the shoe at the same time, right? Let's see. Those. Oh yeah, last 14s. They are the 14s. Okay, cool. That's why this is called the last shot. You know, I've seen so many Jordan moments, man. I'm getting old. This is the last shot. You're right. Javad, what's good?
Oh man, we got a VIP in the building, Javad. How you living, homie? I'm so happy to even see Javad Esfandiari on the feed right now, man. That's family right there, guys. That's my UC Santa Barbara family right there. And actually, he doesn't do it as much as he should, but he's an amazing, amazing artist as well. So Javad, shout out to the homie Jay, man. Thank you. Should I show you guys the side? I think I should show you guys the side. I don't know if how many of you guys have seen the side, so let me show you guys the side. Can you guys tell me where that's from? Still not done yet, you know, but we're getting there. Anyways, let me jump back in. Javad, man. I'm so happy to see you, man. Everything good out there, man? Where are you now, bro? This fool be moving from place to place to place. He's like Carmen Sandiego. This guy. All right, let me grab a quick sip of water. Oh, man, real quick. Shout out Patreon fam. Superman Lover in the building. What's good? Die Lab, Patreon fam in the building. Let's get it. Chicago style colorway blocking, but way different. Oh, nice, nice. That's the free throw line. Exactly, it is. You know, you got it, man, because I think you seen me from scratch start that, right? Flight school. You know how long I've been working on these kicks, man. This wasn't like a 2-day project. As much as I want it to be a 2-day project, you know, it'll pay off in the end because the client's face will tell all, right? There's no doubting that. I know the Patreon guys know who this is for. Y'all got to keep that a secret. Don't say nothing yet. They got to find out later. Man, there's so much going on in every little spot here. It's nuts. This dude has a shoulder behind him. Alright, let's jump into over here. It's crazy, I gotta go like face to face to face to figure out where to go. So I do have a lady here. She's really squinting. I just try to slightly add the expression in there because we're still gonna have to paint over it. But just so you can visualize it a little bit. So as you paint, it's just easier to figure out what colors you need to put. Alright. Let me jump into some Jordan, y'all. I want to finish Jordan a little bit closer to completion because that'll give me more incentive to finish the whole project. But I do think I'm gonna spend at least another 3-4 days on this project, just this back heel. Gotta remember to stretch, take breaks. It's easy to forget that. Alright, what colors should I do? Saddle, I got cognac, saddle. They look kind of the same. Let's just drop one in and let's see. Got rich brown.
Alright, let's grab a brush. It's one of my favorite little brushes. I love this little brush. I can't find it anywhere else anymore. Princeton Angular Shader. They do have other shaders though. So this is I think almost like the replacement for it. Well, this is a 1/8. They have another one that's a little bit smaller. But I like these brushes a lot, so I'm going to jump into, feels a little tough. Let me dumb it down a little bit. There we go. And now let's get a little bit of GAC. I don't like painting soles, but this kind of feels like it should be done. Hopefully it won't crack. I'm trying to add this to all of them, about the same amount. And let's mix just some different browns. Y'all notice they're all browns, but they're all a very different tone from one another. See, so one of them will represent more shadows, mids, and then lighter sections there.
Val's Custom Kicks in the building, guys. What's good, Val's? Another Patreon family. How you living, homie?
Alright, I'm going to try my best to transition into this. I feel like rusty. It's only been like a weekend. And I feel like, oh man, I got to get back into this again. It's okay. Okay, so we got half GAC and then half paint. And let's look for just the darkest spots here. So I've got a little bit like right here. And I'm going to just spread it out a little bit. It goes all the way through. It's going to go inside. Well, I usually put it on the inside thread, but we could just wait on that. Just want to try to get shadow spots here. It's like where his calf is. Alright, let's add a little bit of almost like a gold. Again, guys, I'm just guesstimating like where his legs are. If they're a little bit skinnier in the beginning, it's okay. You want to just get to the point where you're slowly developing the outer parts here. So now I've grabbed the lightest paint here because I could see that's his calf. And you want to just get somewhere close to it. You can always refine as we go. So it's somewhere around here. Let's go ahead and let that dry for a little bit. Stuttering over here. Just let it dry for a little bit. And then what we're going to attempt to do at the end is we want to get Mike from the top and the bottom to have the same color skin tones, shadows, everything of that nature. Alright, so as that one is drying, let me jump into the other one. Same thing. I'm looking for spots where I can just see some shadows on the back of his legs. And this, I feel like I added too much there, so let me just take a little off. And we're just looking for the shadow spots. I like to start just super light, just so we can get some color filled in. And then we can start to shape his legs. On the inside there, I could see it's more of a golden brown. So I'm going to jump in and just add a little bit of brown. See, neither one of them is dry yet, so you can kind of blend the two in. Then we got his wrist, his knee brace there. So let me grab a little bit of black. Same deal, guys. I got to drop black. Where's the other black at? I think a flat black would be better. A little black, a little red. See where that knee brace goes. So let's drop the black in real quick. Is it snowing in Chicago? I had no clue. But I don't doubt that. Chicago can be hella cold, that's for sure. Alright. So again, I'm adding some GAC, equal part. So that looked like it was about 4 or 5 drops. Same thing, 4 or 5 drops. Probably didn't have to do this much. I don't know why I did that much. For a knee brace. This was definitely overkill. It's okay. Alright. Lesson learned. Let's see, we can even just use this brush. And now we're looking for that black knee brace. So about painting that little red piece in is going to be fun. Let's see, is it going to be the red piece or will it be the black? I think it might be a little bit of A and a little bit of B. This part you got to be like a surgeon over here. Going down a step. Getting the thread. Crazy, right? So many little things you got to do just to get that down. Alright, so he's wearing black tights. Really want to enhance any blacks on him, so then that way everything pops even more. When you put black next to color, it helps the colors pop. You guys notice how I'm dropping the paint on this guy here? It's like straight top down. It makes it easier to get into little cracks and grooves and really detail things down. Alright, so we got 14s on, right? Let's ink them 14s in. I gotta be like really sure about where we're gonna ink this, so hold on for 1 second. Got his calf about there, coming all the way down here. Yeah, I feel pretty confident about that. So let's go ahead and drop it. It's a little nerve-wracking for me when I gotta do that. But you just gotta try it, you know, and go with your gut. And then if it's wrong, we just correct it. Happens. Happens to the best of us. I think that came out pretty close. And just bumps up right here. He's wearing black socks. So many small details. Man, I don't know why they didn't sell these knee braces right here, the black and red ones he wore. People would have made a killing just selling knee braces. Imagine. That was like his one thing that you knew about Mike, that he going in with a knee brace like that. The little red insert on the top. Light coats here, guys. You want the first coat to really sink in nice. I feel pretty comfortable about the placement there. Whew, stressful, man. Alright, so now Mike's other sock. Gotta jump that up. Looks to be like right here. Something happened. Always gotta check, guys. Sorry to hear a sound. Well, I'm like a dum-dum with this, I swear. Minifeed says Gizmo and us, Gizmo has followed. But shout out to whoever did something to make something ring over there. I appreciate y'all, man. Alright, let's see. Let's get that sock in there. So, alright, so we gotta now get some red out. Still gotta continue to just match up his both top and bottom, because Mike needs some mids and highlights on his top here too. Alright, so let me go ahead and clean the brush off a little bit. I just got a little bit of acetone in here. That just breaks up all of the gunk here in the front. And let me get a napkin. Let's go, buddy. Here we go. Cool. Alright, so let's jump back into the top and bottom here. So now I see, gotta add a little bit of almost like a golden color into. difficult to paint on this part here and get blends because it's got like a rubber plastic kind of a feel to it, so you just got to put less on the brush and start to continually blend them together. Oops. Alright, so let's get some red out. Oh man, this is about an hour in, I think. About an hour in, and I feel like didn't really do too much, man. Kind of can be discouraging. If I can get Jordan done by tonight, I'll feel like, alright, cool. Well, I'm on the right track. I just don't want to compromise quality for time. So I always feel like when I'm behind, I'm feeling rushed. Almost like a pressure to, yo, you need to work double time, or you know, you gotta figure out a way to speed things up. It's difficult for me to push out work if I'm not satisfied with it, though. How many of you guys feel like that? Always try to top your best performance of a project. Like, doesn't necessarily mean it was your last project. It could be any project that you feel like that was definitely my best work. If you can top that, you'll always get better as an artist. Alright, let me see if I could see it from there. I'm trying to look at you got the screen on the actual live feed here. It's a lot smaller. I just moved the iPad out of the way. Let me see if I could do a little bit here. If not, I'll just grab the iPad back. Trying to give just the right amount there. Right here. I think for this I'm gonna have to get the iPad back. It's just too small. That feels better. Alright, so he had a little red in the back. Like that's like all the way up here. Okay. Bottom of his sole. Side. If I'm not sure, I'll just overdo it a little bit. I'll put more red than less. Because then I can go back and I could just put the black in. And it's easy to just black it out. So really, if I want to overdo the red a little bit, it's okay. Because when you cover it with black, it covers really easily.
going back in one more time here. Dropping a little bit more red there. I'm going to seal all this off, by the way. So this isn't like the say all be all. This is just getting the paint on there, and then we're going to seal it off. So then in case, you know, she does scratch it up or whatever. Alright, so we're good there. And now I gotta shape his legs, because his leg is too skinny. So let me clean this off real quick. Oh wow, I think we got a reunion here. Vel's Custom Kicks and Dye Lab. You guys live near one another, huh? That's crazy. That's great to hear that, man. That would be awesome for you guys to link up and just paint, man, and just talk and chill. Alright, so let me jump into a little bit of white. We've got to shape Jordan's legs, because right now they're definitely not Jordan's legs, that's for sure. Let me look for that white though. Let me see. Do y'all see white here, anybody? The white, here's yellow, here's green, vanilla, flat white, dope. Here we go. Alright, so I got to get his legs to look more muscular. Again, I don't like to use white paint that much, especially on rubber. Try to keep it to a bare minimum. But you know, when you get to this part, just to add a little bit to detail out is not a bad idea. So again, we've got to add, okay, where's that white at? Man, I just heard that sound again. If Speed Infusion, if you're there, man, let me know if you see what the sound is, because I keep hearing a ring, and if it's somebody who's donated, I want to make sure I shout them out. Alright, so let's put down some GAC. Again, same thing, I overkilled this for sure. It's not a bad thing, it's just I want to save paint. So if you want to save paint, you don't want to be dumping a bunch of white paint and you're just doing like a sneaker around it. Alright, so another thing that I like to kind of do is keep this paint where it is, and if I need to take a break and come back, it'll all be still ready to go. But you want to try to use as much of the paint as possible, and then either cap it or try your best to discard it with without losing a lot of the paint, because you can come back and use this again. So I'm just shaping his leg here, because I know that I went over a little bit. Alright, and I'm going to grab a Q-tip and just clean off any excess there, and then I could just whisk it off. Basically, I'm just outlining him out here with this white. So over here, his leg looks hella chunky. That's not Mike's leg, that's for sure. So we got to make it look like he's got the calves of somebody who's actually jumping from the free throw line. Alright. Same thing on this end here. I got to form. I'm going to use my pinky to just balance here. There we go. It takes a little bit of balance to do it with your pinky like that, but I'll tell you right now, if you can get this perfected,
it makes painting straight lines a lot easier. Alright guys, I'm going to have to log off in a little bit. If you guys have questions, please jump in the comment section. Let me know. I'll help you guys out. Just got to finish this a little bit here. Let's see. Alright, he's getting there. It's taking time. But we're going to get him right. Oh yeah, I could see this little button on the side of the 14. If I had seen that, I would have known this was definitely a 14. And that little guy right there. And then it looks like he's got... Can't tell if it's white or red or a little bit of both, but I'll just drop it on there. Alright, so I've got some white here. Let me just go ahead and... I could see small errors, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight this pinstripe. I want to get the little things like that really crispy, you know, like they should, if you can see them on a jersey like that, it should look like that on here. Stops right in front of the bull sign. Just a matter of like precision on how much pressure you're putting on the brush here. So I'm really trying to get a nice, clean, even line. All right, one more there. Just refresh. I'm just refreshing them here. There we go. So let me take a quick breather here. Show you guys where I'm at here. Starting to get more of the golden tones using the mids there. That's kind of what I want. I just take a little bit, like very minuscule amount of paint, drop it on this brush, and try to blend them together as they're still wet. That's really what my goal is going to be here. All right, that'll decipher, you know, little things. For example, like he should still have little spots of white on his head, because you can see on this picture here on his head, he's got light spots. Like there's two beams of light that are hitting him in the back of his head as he's shooting. And he's got different sections like that as well on his biceps. So we'll finish off with a little bit of white at the end, or vanilla, something that gives a tone that shows that like light is actually hitting Mike as he's shooting that shot. That'll be like our last thing. But from what I've learned about doing these kind of pieces with backgrounds, and you know, to get Jordan's jersey right, you usually need to start with like the background layer and then topple on things. So for Mike, for example, we just get his outer shell. Once you got his outer shell, then you just work on the inside of that shell. You want to just try to get all of those things correct, and then once you have those correct, then you jump onto getting his red jersey all detailed out, and the Jordan sign and the 23. You refine that because it's the top most thing on Mike's jersey that we're going to work on. You want to get that to be crispy, you know. So that's just kind of my methodology behind. Let me move this before I crack it, yo. That'd be the worst. But that's my methodology behind getting into these things. You have to work in small segments. That's the most productive way for me
make you guys understand what my thought process is, because this can be very overwhelming, to do so much detail and try to get it to be so close to a real life event. So for me, I know it's going to take a long time. It is what it is, but I need to have some kind of a way to organize and break this down. So working on small segments is my, the key of the day, I guess, for me. That's my takeaway for me. Also blending paints when they're wet. It gives a better effect of skin tones or blends on a skin tone, rather than you're painting one dark brown and then you wait for it to dry and then you paint another color on top of it. They'll never blend, you see. So just keep that in mind when you guys are blending skin tones and working on different, because everyone has different skin tones, everyone has different marks on them. This is how you can hopefully get to a closer depiction of like realism. That's really what I'm trying to get to, is I want to get to a realistic aspect on this. So anyways, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to give me some comments on this. I know the bottom isn't exactly perfect. I know that I still have to go back in and refine it. So just keep that in mind if you guys are wondering. Let me go through the comments real quick. I know that we had some family reunion with Vale's Custom Kicks and Dye Lab. Welcome to both of y'all guys. What kind of GAC? Jess Smith, sorry for missing that question. That is GAC 200. 200 is made usually for plastic products and things that need some kind of a film hardness to them. And this guy right here is not leather, it's rubber, so you need something to clench onto that. The other thing I would recommend as well, which I'm probably going to do right now, is just hit it with a little bit of adhesion promoter, just to get it to help soak in. The paint's still drying, so it's a good time to put a top coat on it right now that'll help seal it. Okay, but at the end, when I'm done, I am going to seal it with LK. Where's my LK kicks, man? I know I got some LK kicks over here somewhere. LK scratch resistant sealer. So that's how I'm going to end finishing this all off. I want to make sure that it's durable, it's wearable, that the art doesn't get just like torn apart easily. And yeah, that's hopefully that answered that question. I still got to reverse back up real quick, y'all, so let me just check if any of you guys have oh man, there's a lot of questions, y'all. I'm so sorry for missing all you guys. First of all, Fees G, what's good? On YouTube, hopefully you're still with me. If not, again, I appreciate y'all for watching. Let's see what else we got in the building. Flight Customs, hell yeah, these have been a serious work of art coming to life. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I don't even know if you guys are still on or not. Legacy, what's good? Yeah, the end of last year. I'm absolutely positive that you're right about that. So that's how long I've had them. Legacy Colorway knows who it's for, huh? Full time, but it's gonna be dope when I'm done. That's dope. That's awesome. Found them at Michael's for like $25 for 8 colors. Oh, dope. What sewing machine are you using to make it? Oh yeah, so Flight School's got the knockoff. Legacy, I think you also have that same knockoff as well, right? And I think they're going up in price, by the way. Patreon guys, I know I gave you a link earlier on how to get those sewing machines. So you might want to check into it now. I believe the prices are starting to rise for those. So you want to get that before the hype really starts to go up on them. No worries, Legacy. I'm trying to help you troubleshoot it, man. It's just, man, I wish I had the machine in front of me. It makes things a lot easier for me to, kind of go through. And I might have even had the same problems that you were. But yeah, that's the thing, is oiling and greasing that machine is a big help. Especially what Donnie was saying. He said that he always does that, and runs that machine because of the fact that the inner guts are not as good as like those old school Singer machines, So, man, a lot of people in the family from Patreon, man. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Okay, so then you guys reunited in Chicago. Okay, I went through that. And then I know that Dye Lab, so last thing you want to do is give a trash to a client, right? they're not going to come back, or they're not going to recommend you, because if you're giving them trash and then they're wearing it, no one's going to ask about it. And that's you want people to ask about your artwork, right? Powell, what are you using on the midsoles? Bulldog, is there any alternatives? I'm in UK and it's really expensive. That's a great question, Powell. I hope you're still here with me. What I was going to say is I usually use a SEM adhesion promoter. It's a lot less stinky because it really, man, Bulldog really reeks and it sticks around for a long time. Just word to the wise, guys, you don't want to mess up your inner, body parts sniffing all this stuff and being in these areas. So make sure you use that, and even this adhesion promoter, SEM38363 is what I use. If you want, you could just message me and I'll send you a link to it. Hopefully you guys have it there. I know Amazon sells it, so I believe Amazon's out in the UK as well. So just hit me up. I'll help you out with that. I'll send you a link if I need to. The Dye Lab, any advice on cleaning a stain off a midsole? You know what I would say would be, some people use, there's a Blue Dawn liquid soap and hot water, and they use a toothbrush to take off stuff off the midsole. The other thing, is Dye Lab who asked that question? Dye Lab, I also showed you how to do the icy soles for the Jordan 11. You can also do that method as well, using that solution and putting it out in the sun and seeing if that stain will come off. It may remove it. So that would be my best advice for you there. Oh, I had paint get under my tape and acetone wouldn't get. Oh, okay. Man, that sucks, bro. Yeah, that's exactly. Now you see, Dye Lab, why I'm so specific with where I'm painting this. Even if Mike's legs right now are too skinny and I gotta thicken them out a little bit, I'd rather have them be thinner and then work out than have them to be too big and then I have to paint them over, because that's happened to me before when you get, paint, like you have a red paint and then for some reason acetone hits underneath the tape and it just spills and creates a stain. Those are really difficult stains to take out. So what I would recommend is you use white paint and GAC 200, and if you have an airbrush, to just tape that section off and very, very lightly, like you're gonna have to take 5 or 6 coats, very lightly airbrush it down to a point where it looks all white again, and then hit it with some LK sealer. That would be my recommendation for that, because if you leave the white paint by itself, that white paint has a tendency to like grab onto dirt very easily, so you'll start to see that section get dirty very quickly. It'll get dirty. So just a word to the wise. I've been there, man. It sucks, and there's not much you can do besides kind of either airbrush it off, but once you get a stain, it's very difficult to get that stain off of white. So I know that's not the best answer. I wish I could give you a better answer to turn it factory white. That would be my goal, but you just got to paint it at that point and just be very light with the coats. Epic Sneaks, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't know if you just joined or not, but I could see that you're on YouTube, so thank you for watching from YouTube. Recon Custom, learning a lot from your work. Hey, that's why I'm here live with you guys, man, because I could be painting by myself or I could be painting with the homies. Right? There's one or the other. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Does anybody have any questions? I gotta let you guys go now because, well, I've got family, so I gotta spend a little bit of time with the fam and make sure everybody's happy. Everybody's family first, but you guys are family too. So let me know if you guys have any questions. The time is 9:10. Give you guys a quick minute or two if you guys have any questions. As you guys can see, I've got plenty of work to still do. I've got this whole little section here. I'm going to blend it out. If I didn't do that, it's going to take forever to do all this detail work here on both ends. I'd have to do that detail work, so you want to eventually blend it out. So what I'll do is I'll blend it out something like this. I'll transition it out. Alright, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know.
This has been a long trip, and I'm just enjoying it all the way through. Sometimes time doesn't matter. It's the final piece. Yo, Andrew, what's good, man? Thank you so much, man. How you been? Everything good with you? It's just a long time to do them, man. Man, I bet some artists can crack this out so quickly. And I'm sitting here just drawing somebody's random chin hair in the middle of this crowd. Good, man. I hope you're safe, man. I hope everything's good with you. We're almost done with these, and then we're going to present them. Alright, y'all. I'm going to give you another quick minute. I'm just having a sip of water, man. I feel accomplished today. I got a lot of him done, a lot of Jordan done. The fact that I can get some shading in there today was nice. Still got to refine. I could see how much I still need to fix. Just on Jordan alone, but it's okay. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna call it a day. Again, thank you so much for visiting the channel. If you haven't already, add Feel Good Threads on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube.com. I mean, everything that my work resembles right now is under at Feel Good Threads. So we don't have any partners. I've got a lot of people who said, well, so and so said that they work with you and they can get this for $1,500 instead of $2,000. That's not true. So please do your due diligence. I've had so many people scammed saying that they work with me. If they work with me, then there would be something about their name on the IG. So just be cautious, guys. A lot of people are doing a lot of mean things nowadays. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Oh, hold on. Before I'm out of here, what would you recommend to use for drawing on the shoe? Fine tip, perhaps? You know, I don't know if you saw earlier, Recon, but I was just working with these. They're Pigma Microns. And if you want to check my how to make a wings, Jordan 1 wings logo, if you check that on my YouTube, I have a link for this. Or if you want, I can try to send you a link for these. But these are great pens. That's what I've been working on to do all this detail work here. This is what comic book artists, people who use a lot of inking, like who need to do any kind of pen inking, they use these pens. This one is a 0.25 millimeter. And I think that they have a smaller size as well. I got to double check. I think this was the only set that I had gotten. I got these from Michael's, and you can use that 40% coupon, so it'll bring the price down. So I usually get maybe like a 10 pack, I believe, of these, and they work great. I mean, they're, you usually what you want to do is when you're actually painting, you don't want to smudge it, but besides that, it can help you really get to the point where you could see and determine everything, all the characters on your shoe. So then that'll help you paint them all in afterwards. So that's going to be my next step. I see faces now, and now that I know where the faces are, I can look at them on the picture. I could see them. I can identify them. Whoa! Don't get GAC on the iPad, dog. Cool. I could identify them, and I can say like, oh, this dude is clapping, for example, and so then I can know where to paint in that dude here. Sorry, I know that was a long drawn out answer, but I just want to make sure that we're clear. Hopefully that helps you out. All right, guys. Well, let me call it a day. Thank you guys for joining as usual. I'm gonna try to do maybe 1 or 2 more sessions on the live stream. But probably not more than that, just because we got to move on to other projects, and
I think, I don't know if you guys want me to continue with this and keep showing you guys the same thing, no problem, but I envision doing this for at least another 4 days or so, to do this shoe and then maybe jump onto the other shoe. So it's just a lot of work for me to, well, not a lot of work for me to show you guys, but it's a lot of work for me to just show on live stream, I think, where I don't know if you guys are getting bored of it. So if you are, I mean, that's totally understandable. It takes a long time to do it. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for joining the channel again. Till next time, peace.